Hey, I'm Nancy Cavey, National Risk and Individual Disability Attorney. Welcome to Winning Isn't Easy. Before we get started, I've got to give you a legal disclaimer. This podcast is not legal advice. The Florida Bar Association says I've got to say this. And now that I've said it, nothing will ever prevent me from giving you an easy to understand overview of the disability insurance world, the games the carriers play, and what you need to know to get the disability benefits you deserve. So off we go. Welcome to today's episode, where we're going to dive into one of the most important yet often overlooked decisions that a medical professional faces early in their medical career: disability insurance. Now, as a medical resident, you are at a crucial point in your career where your future financial security can hinge on one key decision: protecting your ability to earn. Now, while you're focused on honing your skills and surviving the intense demands of residency, life can change in an instant. You know that better than anyone. Disability insurance can provide you with peace of mind, financial security, and a safety net should the unexpected happen, allowing you to continue to pay for student loans, supporting your lifestyle, and most importantly, keep you progressing in your career, even if you can't work in your specialty. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through why I think disability insurance is so critical for medical residents, the options that you have, and how to choose the best policy to ensure that you're fully insured. So whether you're just starting out, thinking ahead, this is one episode that you don't want to miss. Let's get into it. Now, I'm going to talk about three things. I think this is the first business decision that you will ever make in your career, and that is to ensure your financial future. Number two, I'm a resident and I'm thinking about getting disability policy. What is a GSI policy and should I get one? Number three, what are the 6 reasons that a medical resident must get a disability insurance policy now? Let's take a break for a moment before we get back into this episode and come back with a paper, pencil, or your phone, wherever you're taking your notes, so that you can record this valuable information.
Have you been robbed of your peace of mind by your disability insurance carrier? You owe it to yourself to get a copy of Robbed of Your Peace of Mind, which provides you with everything you need to know about the long-term disability claims process. Request your free copy of the book at caveylaw.com today.
The first business decision that every medical resident or fellow should make to ensure their financial future. Now that you've been matched and you're beginning your residency, I think you're faced with the first serious business decision of your professional career: how to protect your income. Disability insurance is going to provide financial protection if you become unable to work because of illness or injury. And where would your income come if you were suddenly unable to complete your training? A disability insurance policy would allow you to continue making student loan payments, maintain your living expenses, and give you financial breathing room to adjust to this major life disruption. If you haven't already met patients who never thought that they have become disabled, you soon will. And I would be stunned if you are at this point in your career where you haven't seen that happen. You have witnessed firsthand how life can change. Many of your patients are living reminders of why planning for the unexpected, especially through disability insurance, is not only smart, but essential. Disability insurance offers peace of mind, financial security, and protection of your earning potential now and in the future. So what are the 3 ways that you can secure your financial future? I think there are 3 options. Number 1 is to purchase what's called an individual disability insurance policy, an IDI policy. 2, enroll in a group policy through your employer. Or 3, enroll in a residency-specific disability income policy. I'm often asked, well, what's the best option for me? And each case and situation is unique. It's based on your financial situation, your long-term professional goals, and your health. But based on my extensive experience in representing medical professionals, I always recommend that you purchase an individual disability insurance policy. So why an IDI policy? So long as you pay the premiums, you can maintain coverage, even through age 65 or 67. Number 2, you can tailor that policy to fit your unique needs. This includes your benefits amount, inflation protection, cost of living adjustment riders, future insurability, options, partial disability coverage, and even more. And you can purchase your own occupation specialty specific policy. Now, that will pay benefits even if you're able to work in another medical field, but not your trained specialty. Also, policies can be designed to minimize offsets or reductions from other income, such as Social Security or workers' comp. And many policies require that you apply for these so that they can reduce your benefits. So I like IDI policies. I know that they are expensive. I have had my own IDI policy since I began my legal practice. And I have maintained that because I'm insuring myself, and I'm also, with my office overhead coverage, ensuring my ability to pay my overhead if I became disabled. So even us lawyers have disability insurance policies, and we have the same concerns that you do. Well, what about an employer provided policy? If you can't afford an IDI policy right now, the best short term solution is to enroll in your employer provided group disability. So many hospitals have disability insurance policies that they will offer. But I want you to understand that the moment you have the ability to upgrade to an IDI policy, you should. Let's talk about what you're going to get in an employer provided policy. You're going to get a policy or plan that's not customizable. So it's a one size fit all. It may contain limitations for mental health or subjective conditions. It may maintain or have limitations for other monies that you might receive as a result of disability. So if you are disabled as a result of an accident, you can collect workers' comp benefits if you got coverage. And many of the ERISA policies, these group policies, have the ability to offset your benefits by whatever you get. There are also often changes in the definition of disability, an inability to do your own occupation at the first 2 years to an inability to do any occupation. And that's a much broader standard of disability. And of course, I think one of the bigger problems is that this is all governed by an ERISA statute, which is a federal law that limits your legal rights if you ever need to file a claim. I also want you to understand that an employer-provided coverage can be changed or canceled at any time. And it typically doesn't move with you as you change jobs. If your employer drops the benefit or you move to a different institution, you can be left uninsured. And I have seen that happen multiple times when employers either drop the insurance or change the carriers, and my client is on leave or has pre-existing medical conditions that may or may not be getting treated. I mean, it's just a mess. So I want you to understand that. Well, what about residency-specific policies? I bet you've been approached by more than one agent to sell you a policy that's limited to coverage during your residency. And I think these policies can serve a purpose only if you have a pre-existing condition that would prevent you from qualifying for a traditional policy. Now, you need to understand that residency policies often expire when your residency ends. And when that happens, where's your coverage? Now, if you develop a health issue during training, your ability to qualify for a stronger policy is probably compromised, when your residency ends. And of course, you aren't going to be able to take this residency policy only with you. And you may not be able to meet the long-term disability requirements for an IDI policy at that point, particularly if you've been getting treatment. This can be really confusing. And I think that you start with an experienced insurance agent to kind of work your way through your options. But I think you also should be consulting with a disability insurance attorney who can explain to you the different types of policies, what benefits you are entitled to, what you have to prove if you become disabled, and more importantly, what coverage that you should be having at this stage and how you want to have the ability to increase the coverage as your life changes, as you complete your training, as you get married, as you have children. Those are the kinds of lifestyle changes that can impact your coverage. And if you have made a mistake early in your career by purchasing the wrong kind of policy, inappropriate or just not enough, and then failing to update it, you have really created an emergency for yourself. and in an emergency that you can't fix when you become disabled. It's a bomb waiting to happen. I think the other thing that you need to understand is if you're thinking about filing a claim on your disability policy, you should be consulting with an experienced attorney before making a costly error. This is like preventive medicine for your finances. If for some reason you are disabled, and I've had this situation, representing residents, and their claim gets denied or terminated, you are not a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. I don't practice medicine. You don't practice law. You shouldn't try to handle this without an experienced assistance of an attorney who can walk you through the claims process, help you document your entitlement to benefits, and take on the disability carrier while you are recovering from your disabling condition. Treat yourself like you would treat a patient. Got it? Let's take a break.